Morning to everyone celebrating Emmanuel Day at home today. I'm sending you this message from Japan, where Ms Joseph and Mr Slockwich and myself and 23 Emmanuel students have been for the last week. We'll be celebrating Emmanuel Day with you in spirit in Tokyo at our sister school, Oberlin High School. So happy Emmanuel Day to everyone. To our Year 7 students, today is your first Emmanuel Day. I hope you have great fun and learn a lot about the spirit of Emmanuel College. I hope you learn one of the ways you can become a successful Emmanuel student is by participating in as many school events and opportunities as possible whilst you're an Emmanuel student. And today is one of those opportunities. So have a go at everything and make sure you go home and tell your family about how we celebrate Emmanuel Day. To the Year 12 students, sadly today is your last Emmanuel Day. I send you my congratulations and thank you, because many of you will be involved in organising today and making it a success. As you approach the end of your secondary school journey, I and all the staff of Emmanuel College extend to you our best wishes for your final school days, for the exams that follow, and then the anxious wait for your results and the offers of places at university or employment or gap years. I hope as young men and women, wherever you go in the future, you'll take the spirit of Emmanuel with you and share our faith, hope and love with everyone you meet, especially those who have not had the same opportunities as we do. At the start of this year, college captains Hamish and Stephanie introduced the 2015 college theme, Carpe Diem. Translated to English, the Latin phrase means seize the day, or make the most of every opportunity you have. Now that 3 terms are behind us, it's a good time to check whether you've made the best use of your time this year. Have you made the most of every opportunity you've had? Have you tried your hardest to succeed? And do you approach what you do each day with an attitude of achieving excellence? Or do you believe near enough is good enough? This year is my 3rd year at Emmanuel College, and this year I've started to notice something I hadn't seen before. And that's the way we sometimes think about success. At best, we tend to be fairly casual about success. We love it when our teams win or when someone brings home a trophy. It's particularly good when we beat a school from Melbourne or when we're the underdogs in the competition. But at worst, we don't always support those in our school who achieve success in non-traditional ways. For example, do we value the success of someone who wins a musical or public speaking a Stedford as much as someone who wins their team's Best and Fairest award? Do we prize intellectual excellence as much as other forms of success? Do we admire those in our classes who get the top academic results, or are we inclined to put them down? Do we allow every person in our school their opportunity to seize the day in whatever way that might be? Or do we put pressure on each other to conform to a particular way of being? Just recently, a parent shared a story with me about their own student who was awarded an Emmanuel College Merit Badge for their achievements. But after a while, the student stopped wearing the Merit Badge because so many others paid out on the student for having gained the Merit Badge. Now, how does that experience allow an Emmanuel student to really seize the day in the way he or she feels comfortable with? In Australia, there's a well-known characteristic called the tall poppy syndrome. I'm sure you've heard of it, and it refers to the way Australians have a tendency to pull down or criticise people who are successful. No one really understands where it came from or why we do it. But we do. We do this, and as my example just before shows, we also do it at Emmanuel. With just 1 term to go now before we have new college captains and a new theme for 2016, let's refocus our attention on the 2015 theme. More importantly, let's make sure we allow everyone the opportunity to be successful and to achieve excellence without bringing anyone down because they've succeeded or excelled. When our new building, the Emmanuel Centre, is completed next year, we'll have a wonderful new space that will comfortably seat our whole school. And for the first time in a long while, our whole school will be able to assemble once a term to be together and to celebrate who we are. We'll use these occasions to recognise excellence and to congratulate anyone whose efforts to seize the day have resulted in them achieving success. We want to be able to raise up those who succeed, not put them down, because we can all learn from those who succeed. Even those who have tried and failed can be an inspiration to us. As the saying goes, it's better to try and fail than never to try at all. We need to consider whether we are people who cut down the tall poppies, because if we are, we'll make everyone too frightened to try in the first place. Now, fortunately, we have many people at Emmanuel who strive for excellence no matter what, and just recently, at the Evening of Inspiration, we saw a showcase of the amazing things that Emmanuel students do. So my message to you on this Emmanuel Day, whether it be your first or your last Emmanuel Day, is to let everyone reach their potential. Allow everyone to seize the day, and for all of us to celebrate excellence. Finally, as a sign of our faith, hope and love for people outside of our school, we'll be fundraising today to support the ongoing works of the Sisters of Mercy and the Christian Brothers. Each year, the profit from Emmanuel Day supports mercy works in places like Papua New Guinea and former student Brother Frank O'Shea in Africa. Next year, Mr. Brown's going to visit Brother Frank in Africa, volunteering part of his holidays to work in the school that Brother Frank has built. So the money you spend today, whether it be buying food or joining in the activities, is going to a great cause. And I thank everyone who's helped out in some way to make this Emmanuel Day a success. And I wish you all a happy and safe holiday starting this afternoon. Konnichiwa.